In the story, Gon told his foster mother, Mito, that he didn't want to know about his mother, and he even stopped the tape recorder Jing had left for him. Yet, for us readers, her existence remains the greatest mystery. On that day when Mito said, Jing came back and left immediately, who gave birth to the baby Jing was holding? Today, we will piece together everything from the leading theories whispered among fans to the forbidden hypotheses that shake the very foundation of the story, closing in on the truth. Chapter 1, The Witness of Tragedy, Sheila. First, let's look at the candidate who has gained the most realistic attention in recent years, Sheila, the woman who appeared in the Phantom Troop's flashback and Kurapika's memories. She once interacted with Krollo and the others in Meteor City during their childhood and dreamed of becoming a hunter. Why is she named as a candidate for Gon's mother? The reason lies in her connection to Gon and an eerie coincidence in timing. Sheila collapsed from an injury near the hidden village of the Kurta clan and was saved by a young Kurapika and Pyro. The time when she injured her leg and couldn't move overlaps uncannily with the time Gon was born, and potentially when she might have made contact with Jing. If she met Jing on her journey to become a hunter, conceived Gon, and then became involved in the tragedy of the Kurta clan or the darkness of Meteor City. Consider the book she loved, Dino Hunter. If the author of that book was someone related to Don Freaks or Jing, then the fates of Gon, the Phantom Troop, and the Kurta clan are intricately intertwined through blood. Her resemblance to Periston, a future Zodiac, including her rat-like ear accessories, suggests she is a character who stands too close to the core of the story to be ignored. Chapter 2, The Hidden Clue, Sembika Norton. On the other hand, there is a candidate who gathers support from a more intuitive perspective, the virus hunter, Sembika Norton, who appeared in the chairman election arc. The biggest reason she is considered a candidate is her appearance. Her large, clear eyes and the atmosphere of her black hair are somewhat reminiscent of Gon. She is a hunter engaged in medical work and is depicted as being acquainted with Jing. Her quiet yet strong-willed personality shown during the election overlaps with Gon's purity. There is also a theory that a secret is hidden in the anagram of her name. If she is the mother, perhaps Gon also possesses a dormant talent as a specialist in medicine or viruses. However, these are merely somewhat romantic theories assuming a human mother. Now, let us deepen the depth of this analysis. Beyond the realm of common sense, a more shocking possibility awaits. Chapter 3, The Cyber Mother and the Coffin of Play. In the world of Hunter x Hunter, the legendary game Greed Island still leaves many mysteries. This game was created by 11 Nin users, centered around Jing. They named the game Greed Island using the first letters of their names. G for Jing, R for Razor, E for Elena, D for Juan, L for List. But here, a blank space emerges. Who is the game master holding the title of I? No character explicitly bearing that title has appeared in the story. However, there is a person who suddenly appeared in the election arc and showed an extremely close distance to Jing. The hacker hunter, Ixionpei. There is a surprising hypothesis that he, or she, is the true identity of this I and the biological mother of Gon Freaks. Why could Ixionpei be a candidate for the mother? Look at the peculiar attitude he shows toward Jing. While even the Zodiacs struggle to handle Jing, Ixionpei treats him with extreme familiarity, as an equal. Their exchange online, their perfect synchronization, it feels like a deep spiritual connection that goes beyond mere colleagues. The title Hacker Hunter. One who freely manipulates information and makes the cyber world their garden. If there was a Nin user most suitable to manage Greed Island, a system like a virtual space built in the real world, it would undoubtedly be Ixionpei. And remember, when Gon asked about his mother, Jing told him just one word: separated. We tend to interpret this as a romantic breakup or bereavement. However, in Hunter x Hunter, words always carry multiple meanings. What if separated meant not physical distance or death, but a transformation of existence? To maintain a massive Nin space like Greed Island requires an enormous amount of aura and risk. What if, to complete the system, one of the developers had to become a human sacrifice? You can never live as a human in the real world again. Discard your physical body and assimilate your spirit with the electronic sea, or the Nin system itself. In exchange for such a restriction and covenant, Ixionpei became Greed Island itself. The panda-like figure that appeared in the election arc might be nothing more than an empty avatar prepared for him, now a system, to interfere with the real world. Perhaps there is no one inside. Or perhaps, because he no longer has a human face, he needed to hide it. Assuming this hypothesis, the adventure Gon experienced in Greed Island takes on a completely different meaning. Gon enjoyed the adventure from the bottom of his heart within the game. If this world itself was a space constructed by his mother's Nen, her spirit, then Gon was not playing a game. He had returned to his mother's womb, to his mother's protection. It is said that Jing sent his son to the game to train him, but perhaps, in reality, his clumsy fatherly love was saying, "I wanted to let you meet your mother." Chapter 4, The Forbidden Truth of Artificial Life. However, there exists a worst-case possibility that could deny even this touching cyber mother theory and shake the very roots of the story. That is the theory that Gon has no mother. Recall the image of the young Jing in Mito's flashback upon his return to Whale Island. One day, he suddenly returned with a baby. There was no woman beside him. We unconsciously assumed that he had a child with a human woman somewhere. But what if that premise itself was wrong? What if this baby never had a mother in the biological sense from the very beginning? There is overly specific evidence in Greed Island that supports this theory. Specified pocket card number 007, Pregnancy Stone. The card's effect is, if you carry this 3 kilograms stone for 1 month, you will become pregnant, regardless of gender. Regardless of gender. The meaning this phrase holds is too significant. Greed Island is a real island created by Jing and his friends gathering the essence of their Nen abilities. In other words, it is theoretically possible for Jing, a male, to use the power of this stone to carry a child in his own womb. Why was it necessary to prepare a card in the game that defies the laws of life to such an extent? Perhaps because this card was the very tool of an experiment conducted during the game's creation, or even the device used to create Gon. Before you laugh and say that's absurd, remember the character of the man named Jing Freaks. He is a man who pushes forward, ignoring social common sense and ethics, regarding subjects he is interested in. To him, Gon appears to be a beloved son, but at the same time, his greatest creation and a test subject. What if he thought this while aiming for the Dark Continent? I need a hunter who surpasses me. Can I create a child who inherits only my pure talent, without the noise of another's blood, and is further enhanced by Nen? If Gon was created using Jing's own body and the ability of the pregnancy stone at the end of that mad inquisitiveness. The reason Gon shows absolutely no interest in his mother might be that the existence of a mother is missing at the genetic level. The forced physical growth Gon showed in the battle against Pito, known as Gon San. That phenomenon went beyond the realm humans reach through training. It was as if he forcibly released a pre-programmed growth limit. If the Ant King Meruem was the ultimate creature evolved through eating, then perhaps Gon was the ultimate human designed by Nen. In the Freaks family, there is the shadow of Dawn Freaks, who left a book about the Dark Continent over 300 years ago. To challenge the Dark Continent, an environment too harsh for humanity, Jing needed a new type of human. The abnormal vitality and adaptability Gon shows might all be specs designed for that purpose. In the beginning of the story, Jing tried to talk about the mother on the cassette tape he left for Gon. But Gon refused to play it and stopped the tape. If he had continued listening, what would Jing have said? "Your mother is." The words that followed might not have been the name of a specific human woman. Perhaps, Jing would have laughed and said this. "There is no mother. The one who gave birth to you was me." Is it the witness of tragedy, Sheila? The cyber mother, Ixompe? Or the absence of a mother created by Jing's madness? When the truth hidden in the birth of the boy named Gon Freaks is revealed, the world of Hunter x Hunter might crumble with a roar, only to transform into a new adventure. Believe it or not, is up to you.